Hi, my loves. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. I hope you're having a beautiful and an amazing day. This is a timeless reading for the collective. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Information to book a personal reading can be found below in the description box. We have a card that fell out. The Wheel of Fortune fell out. And the Truth. Ace of Swords. So the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Swords is showing that there is, for sure, a breakthrough here. There's a new beginning. You have clarity about something here that is faded. You have clarity about something that's faded, whether that's good or bad. But it's like here, you are no longer bound by something that had you restricted. Could have been some type of old, outdated belief here. The Three of Swords, it could be heartbreak, some kind of emotional pain or suffering. You're no longer bound to this here. The Eight of Pentacles is here with the King of Swords and the Magician. I feel like some of you are working very hard. I feel like a lot of people in the collective, what I've been seeing, even in a lot of the personal readings, and I spoke about this a few weeks ago, throat chakra activation. I feel like a lot of people have really dealt with a great deal of like shame and persecution. And I think that that's something that is shifting and changing. We are now, you know, in Gemini season with the King of Swords here, like Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This is air energy. This is like a lot of communication, like being able to effectively communicate your thoughts in a very logical but still very intuitive and discerning way. And I think that as so many people are stepping into this energy, it's allowing you now to manifest, but it's also showing you the truth about a lot of the gaslighting and the manipulation that has happened to you, and that is still perhaps around you. And yeah, the Six of Wands, it's like you now are manifesting so much wish fulfillment, success, and abundance because you see things clearly. Because you can see the truth here. The Three of Pentacles is here. So this is like crazy success that's happening to you now that you are choosing to no longer hide some type of truth here. Whatever this activation is, like I said, of you not continuously allowing, you know, other people's projections or whatever this is to kind of like silence you. I feel that many of you possibly have gone through many people trying to work against you or kind of have some kind of power and authority over you and your voice. But this is a season now of a lot of just like cleansing, clearing, releasing. The last full moon was in Scorpio. Then there was the new moon that was in Taurus. So when it comes to you speaking the truth about your gifts, and I just did a reading too talking about honestly of how so many, you know, I don't know if you guys have really talked about it, learned about it, or religious narcissists. And sometimes it doesn't matter even if a person considers themselves religious or not, but also it is the spirit of religion that can be amongst a lot of people, even if you consider yourself very spiritual, where that very rigid, like legalistic type of energy. And oftentimes when you get around people like that, they constantly criticize you. They want to misunderstand you or attack you. And it leads to so much persecution where then you're constantly being targeted for being honest. You're constantly being targeted because of your awareness or the fact that you want to advocate for some type of change. So I feel like a lot of people now are rising up in your power, and you're not allowing that to stop you. People who, you know, whether it's in your friends group, family, or wherever, but people trying to traumatize you and silence you, like that has to stop. It's starting to piss me off. King, I don't like that. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Two of Cups here, okay? With the King of Pentacles. Some of you could have had a partner that was always like judging you, criticizing you, being very manipulative, gaslighting you, trying to make you think certain things about yourself that were false to make you shrink, to like dim your light or your voice in some type of way. Yeah, with the Devil card being here. But see, we have the King of Swords right here and the King of Pentacles. And then you have the Hermit. So a lot of you are finally detaching from this so that you can become the Empress. And now you have the revelations and the clarity that's allowing you as the King of Wands, whether male or female, to step into leadership, into power here. And someone is disappointed, or you have a lot of people who are disappointed because they can't actually control you. A lot of people are breaking out of those long, outdated beliefs and ancestral patterns, especially where women are being targeted for being truth tellers. And you're being forced to do all these things to stay small just to survive in a world where everybody wants to silence you. Like, no, you cannot silence a person. A lot of you, like, your divine truth and clarity, your channel of truth, that's your divine expression. So someone trying to gaslight you and manipulate you to tell you that you need to swallow your truth because of their own pain and suffering, that's not fair. And I don't like that. There's 3 different kings out here. Some of you, even if you are the divine feminine watching, though, this is about you stepping into your more masculine energy, where the masculine energy is about taking action. It's about, organization, structure, discipline, being very motivational, being inspired to take action, being inspired to really, really make changes in your life. And so some of you, you're breaking out of a cycle of feeling as though, you should be punished if in fact you create a tower. And I keep saying, it's like that truth bomb, it's a tower, and people are like, oh, wait a minute, I don't like that. So who's gonna go out here and advocate for change if everybody is stuck being afraid to speak the truth? And then when you do speak the truth, people, they get upset with you and they want you to think that you're overthinking. This is just like so much gaslighting and manipulation. Y'all be safe out there. Be safe. Because I'm telling you, these narcissists, oh my goodness. And they're just pissed off because now we're in a Gemini season where the mask is coming off. I just saw this card was in the wrong deck, but it's lust, greed, by any means necessary. These are people who are extremely inconsiderate to get their point across and to have some kind of power and dominance and control. They don't care what they have to say or do to gaslight and manipulate you. And these are the people who have their own hidden and suppressed anger, who are extremely intimidated because they're living out of alignment. So what do? They want to talk over you. They want to yell at you. They want to dismiss you. They want to overlook you. Like, no. 8 of Cups. Walk away. This could be someone that walked away from you and thought that you was going to chase them, when all they do is sit around and criticize you and attack you. You're right. Yeah, a liar, a cheater, a backstabber, a deceiver. 8 of Cups here. This is someone out here who probably has their own set of issues that they've never addressed. Now they're sitting in time out because they thought that they was going to come in and create some kind of havoc in your life, being lustful, and then expect you to actually be able to see the chaos, the conflict, and the confusion. Please. Ace of Wands. Yeah. Very lustful, low vibrational person. But I feel like what you decided to do is to actually start looking at your options and see that you have a passion, new beginning for yourself. And you don't have to accept this. The Queen of Pentacles, she rolling in her own dough. Let somebody silence you for what? All right. 3 of Cups. Yeah, celebration. Celebrating. And somebody now, they're trying to stack it up and figure it out. And this could be a man or woman. Doesn't matter. A lot of these people like this, they have a lot of creative blockages. It's very difficult for them to ever produce anything because they're so toxic and low vibrational. Ace of Cups here, the Chariot, Cancer energy, Strength card. Some of you, you're moving towards new love or just something that you love. Yeah, you have new love coming towards you. Ooh. Yep, the Fool card here and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, 8 of Swords. Now somebody wants to come out of their head. They feel like, oh my gosh, how can I get out of this now? Because now someone realizes that they've been projecting their own pain and low vibrational energy onto you, judging you, criticizing you, persecuting you, because you actually have the power and the authority to stand up for your own convictions and not deal with their crap, is what this is. Now somebody wants to wake up. Oh no, I didn't know, because you have something new going on. You love yourself. You have new love. 4 of Wands. Yeah. 8 of Swords. I don't know if some of you are reconciling with this person or not, but for some of you, they're beginning to see the error of their ways. They're beginning to see that they really need to drop whatever this facade is that they're carrying, this finessing type of energy. Some of you, this is the person they really want to be with you. But for a lot of you, who cares? It doesn't really matter, because you can accomplish a lot of things on yourself. And, obviously, one person's trash is another person's treasure. So who cares? You can't go out here and treat my people like trash. Trying to give people tongue lashings because you mad at yourself. I can't stand people like that. I think that once you've been abused by people like that for so long, you just know. Once you wake up to the truth, the moon card in the verse, I don't know why Cancer keeps coming out today. Cancer and Scorpio. Cancer and Scorpio. It's something about the moon. I think it has a lot to do with the moon energy. Things that are hidden. And then that death scorpionic energy that I keep channeling today is also just death, transformation, a lot of endings. And then it's Gemini season as well. So the Three of Wands is here. Something is nice coming in. Confidence here. See, and it's like the more you step into your power, look at all those screens around you. You're going to get a lot of traction, a lot of attention as well for being bold and being passionate. You know what this is that when other people cannot step into their own power, they always find a reason to start nitpicking, gaslighting, and manipulating you. That's what you see so many people do that, especially in relationships. When you step into your power and you have an insecure partner, friend, family member, whomever, they really start to try to gaslight and manipulate you into believing that you're not who you know you are, because they really want you to play small to try to make them feel better, because they really want the fire. They really want the heat. And they cannot stand toe-to-toe with you with their discernment and their intuition. And you can see through them. That's why they don't like you. Yep. That's why they don't like you. People who lie, they hate people who know the truth. King of Cups out here. Also, for some of you, this is someone who wants to come towards you. They can sense that you have a new person. If this is romantic, they can already sense that you have someone new coming in. The King of Cups is coming in with the Queen of Cups. This Knight of Wands, someone is trying to come in. They want to light your fire now. They're like, oh, I'm coming out of my head about this situation. No, what they see is that they can't beat you. Can't beat them. Now they want to join you. Five of Pentacles. What did I say? Five of Pentacles and the Justice. Somebody's going through karma too for what they did or what they said to you. Now they're trying to make plans to come back with an apology and figure it out. Because all the things that they said about you, it just kind of bounced back. And now life is showing them that they were wrong. Their life is a reflection of all that mess that they were saying about you. Yeah, look, Hangman sitting around there in the reverse. Ten of Swords in the reverse. Now they want to redeem themselves. How cute. I don't like people being disrespectful to y'all. I don't like that. Somebody's trying to pull themselves together now because they're going through hardship and pain. This person is extremely discontent. But when you see like the Hangman in the reverse, this is a person who has a negative pattern on repeat. And I talked about this in a reading recently. Like someone's ego, their pride and ego and stubbornness. Like they're just rude, nasty, you know, always projecting negativity. Now they're realizing that, oh my goodness, my life is falling apart and there's nobody to blame. This is the kind of person that will blame everything on you. But now that you're not there to blame, it's like, so who are you going to blame now? I feel like for some of you, Spirit literally has removed you from the life of an extremely just, I don't know, this, for some of you, this person, I wouldn't call, they're not narcissistic, but they are very pessimistic. We have to be careful not to call everyone a narcissist. Some people are very negative and pessimistic because they have been extremely traumatized. Therefore, they just see negativity in everything. And a lot of people who are carrying a lot of their own burdens and baggage, they can be intimidated. You know, when they get around other people, and their jealousy and their envy, it will start to come out. Sometimes they don't mean to do it. They're unconsciously doing it, but it doesn't matter, because when you are an extremely sensitive empath or, you know, light worker, healer, whatever you may consider yourself to be, it's still a very low vibrational energy. You can't be safe in an environment with a person that's low vibrational. Because when you're super pessimistic or narcissistic, there are negative energies and entities that are going to attach to that person to then operate through them to constantly attack you. So it's like sometimes a person, they're not narcissistic, but they are so incredibly pessimistic that you just have to get away from them. Because it's like all of their words, all of their thoughts, everything that they say, everything that they do, it's going to be negative. And you can't really birth anything good when you're around that type of energy. Some of you have to be removed from this person. And they are beginning to see now that all the stuff that they were doing and saying towards you was because they were extremely unhappy with themselves. Yeah, and here's the Ace of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles. Now this is someone that's looking like, wow, you probably gave this person so much love. You probably try to build something long term with them, or they see that you have new love and a lot of happiness and wish fulfillment. This could even be someone in the workplace that's like, oh, you always do this wrong, you do this wrong, and then you go and you get a job that's double their pay. And I'm like, oh, you know, it's something like that. Like somebody wanted to constantly try to defame your name, assassinate your character, and all they were doing was projecting. And then you go and you do something that is amazing, and other people are showing you love, effort, and attention, you know, whatever. And maybe for some of you, someone is doing this because you already are receiving all of that. Yeah, the Hierophant in the reverse. For some of you, it's like the Hierophant in the reverse. This is someone you don't share the same beliefs with them, for sure. Nine of Pentacles. You don't share the same beliefs with this person, but look at there, the Nine of Pentacles and the Temperance. You're happy. Your money, your success, your lifestyle, everything that you have, you're happy. This person is stuck. Didn't I say, was it in this reading where I said, y'all be talking sometimes and I don't remember what I just said. I just be rolling. But for some of you, this person, they're hyper religious or something. You need to do this way. You shouldn't dress like that. You shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't. You could have, you should have, would have. And it's like, so what about your life? Oh, but I promise you, the moment that you put their business on Front Street, all hell breaks loose, right? Don't take their mask off. Just let them wear their mask while they scrape your face. It's like, that's not a mask on me, sweetie. That's my real face. Like, I'm really who I say I am. And here you are trying to unmask. There's no mask there. But let me take yours off for a moment. Then you find out they're greedy, lustful, low vibrational, narcissistic, pessimistic, bound to all kind of entities, can't figure nothing in their life out, but you're the problem. Okay. Yeah, as I say, you have to leave two people to their own devices. This energy, same energy, has been coming out all day. Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, the Sun, the Empress. Now, there's a lot of feminine energies here. You know what? This could be someone here, and I've seen this happen so often. A lot of these, for my male viewers watching, you may want to step out for a minute, or maybe you need to hear this. But a lot of extremely narcissistic men, especially, have very narcissistic mothers. I just talked to someone about this a few days ago, and they've been raised to have this sense of entitlement that they are so they're much better than everyone because they are around these grandmothers and mothers and other people that just put them on these pedestals. And then they get out in the real world and they run across women who are amazing, right? And they don't even they can't even hold up to you at all. They're no match. And then instead of them trying to figure out life, what they do, they start to try to treat you awful when the person the person who deserves to be treated awfully is their mother, because that was their first blueprint. They want to treat you like you're low vibrational, demonic, karmic, because that's what their mama is. I said it. Don't be trying to come over here and tussle with divine feminine because you got an evil mama. Knight of Wands, being low vibrational, lustful. Page of Cups, childhood trauma, immature, can't figure it out. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Can't work in teams, can't hold a job. Queen of Swords in the reverse. But you mad at the High Priestess because you expect the High Priestess to be the Queen of Swords in the reverse, like your ex or your mom. Okay. Tower, divine feminist watching, don't do it. Don't let these people play in your face because they're stuck in the past. Six of Cups in the reverse. The Devil in the reverse, can't seem to detach. Somebody thought that they was going to come in and treat you like a real low vibrational karmic and thought that you was going to be like whoever they dealt with before and you was just supposed to accept it. I don't know who put this toxic, intimidated, low vibrational person on this pedestal. Yeah, look at that. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse and the Ace of Wands. Someone doesn't have anything to come in with but a wand. Chariot in the reverse, nothing. Not moving forward. And these are the kind of people who try to throw their weight around and you know, exert their power because they really are holding on to a bunch of their own toxic energy, mad at the world because they can't manifest nothing. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm talking about it today. I had a little time. So let's go. Since everybody want to come and attack people's voice, Let's talk about it. Strength card in the reverse. Who's weak? Queen of Cups. Seven of Cups. Four of Swords. The Fool in the reverse. Queen of Cups, someone very nurturing, sincere. This card actually says your mother or a mother substitute. And this is a lot of times people like this, they're looking for someone to be their mother. Men especially, they're looking for a mother, not a partner. And when you come in and you love them significantly better than their mothers, they attack you because they don't know what real love looks like. They only know what it looks like to be emotionally abused and scapegoated by their actual mothers. So then they have their own illusions, Four of Swords, their own stress, fear, worry, anxiety, because they can't seem to ever take a leap of faith into the unknown to manifest anything. Magician, Three of Cups. So they get manipulated by every person in their life. King of Wands in the reverse. Bad business, devious, a liar, a cheater, someone who does not know how to just make it on their own. And then they run into an emperor, or they run into a person who can actually attract an emperor, and they get mad. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, no balance, no priorities. I don't know who this is. But Ace of Swords in the reverse. A liar. Somebody who can't seem to move forward and have a passion in the beginning. And some of you now, you see the truth. The Wheel of Fortune and Ace of Swords, you see the truth. No need to be heartbroken by this person. Six of Swords. There's a lot better. You can move forward. This person here is going to just be stuck and bound. The Lovers is in the reverse with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. There's no kind of passionate or happy or solid beginning here. Nine of Cups in the reverse. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. They have nothing to offer. This is a narcissist. They're extremely pessimistic and negative. Yeah, and judgment. And now they're facing judgment for anything that they said or did to you with the World card in the reverse that could have in any way like delayed you of your success. This person was trying to create some kind of disappointments or burdens for you because you're stepping into your calling. Three of Swords in the reverse. You're not mad, sad, or angry like them. So they want to come in and sabotage and abuse you. And this could be a man, woman, it could be a child. It does not matter. Jealousy can be in anybody. And miserable people just want everybody else to be miserable. And I'm tired of it. Let people live their life. Can't figure out how to live yours. I don't know what to tell you. Because surely when you try to help people figure it out, you know, that's when all of this happens. You get punished. You get punished for trying to love people like this. Let me see something here. I have a blockages deck. The more you try to love people like this, the more they hate you, because you are a mirror to real love, self-respect, something that they don't haven't experienced. They don't know how to respond to it, so they're extremely triggered. And some people like this, you know, of course, they can change, but some of you are dealing with a person, they have addictions and they're always pretending that they're too busy. They don't know what they want. Look, not being you. This person's not themselves. Maybe they're not themselves because of an addiction. This person could be addicted to something, porn, video games, or something childish. Not being you. Someone is trying to project a perfect image, but still very childish. And they have people around them that try to actually treat them as though they are in a high vibrational energy. Just because those people around them are just as clueless as they are. Incomplete, exactly. Someone is incomplete and needs to be with another person to feel a sense of wholeness. Now, again, when you remove yourself from people like this, their life falls apart and they're like, oh, what happened? Yeah, your little security blanket of a healer isn't there anymore, is it? Fear, loneliness. Somebody here is procrastinating. Sometimes you give in to these kind of people too soon. This person just procrastinates. They're always claiming that they're busy. They could have addictions. They're very wounded and broken. And they don't know how to be themselves. So anybody that is themselves, they get upset. Insecurities. Rushing. Yeah. This part, you can't rush in situations like this. This person is a soulmate, but you bring up all of their anxiety. And every soulmate that you come across is not meant to stay. Look at that pent up anger. This person is a hot mess. I mean, you can send them love and light. Some people heal from this. I mean, people can absolutely heal from this, but you don't have to allow a person to project their insecurities onto you, because when you deal with people like this, they will ruin you. You will have so much anger, sadness, and anxiety from trying to actually help people like this. You know, it's trying to take care of a person with addictions is hard, very hard. And it doesn't matter. It could be codependency, anxiety. It doesn't matter what it is. This person is very incomplete. And honestly, some of you could be struggling with some of these things as well. But it looks to me like someone here is quite high vibrational in this reading, and you're choosing not to actually allow this person to continuously project things onto you, because their goal is perhaps to make you feel insecure, because they need you to feel insecure so that they can feel compatible with you. But I just feel like some of you, this is probably something from the past or something that you need to run away from now. But I see good stuff coming in for you. I feel like the good stuff, though, requires you to be completely free of this person. And if you're not with this person anymore, there's still a soul tie that needs to be, you know, released. Because with lust being out here, this card wasn't even supposed to be out. But lust is here. This person here, they left you. They abandoned you, tricked you, deceived you, rejected you. Now this person is having a tower moment and they're completely alone. And what they're realizing is that they mistreated you. They mistreated an earth angel. And they projected all of their negativity onto you. And this person rushed you. This person was rushing towards you, and it was out of pure lust. I feel like this person probably actually has feelings for you. But when they start to develop these feelings, and the feelings or the relationship required them to step up, it triggered them in such a way that they started to lash out in a very negative way. It awakened all of their deep fears. This, you know, I feel like in this reading, I keep saying, like, you can't just call this person a narcissist. This feels more of someone who is just extremely insecure. Like, they are either very avoidant or they're very anxious. But it's a trauma bond, though. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to, like, I really keep saying I don't want to call this person a narcissist. They have narcissistic traits because they can be an energy vampire. Some of you, this could be a family member or anybody. It's the narcissistic traits, but it's deeper than that. This person is very, very wounded. And when they, again, coming into contact with a really high vibrational person, it has just the light in you, it just triggers all this person's demons. Which is actually a good thing, but it's a very difficult situation when this person is reacting and responding with all of this chaos, conflict, and negativity. So you still have to protect yourself and your mental health, because I feel that you right now are manifesting something great. A lot of you've already gotten away from this person. And that's what has happened. You have turned your back on this person, and they're seeing how well you're doing without them. And it's showing them that you were not the problem. And the fact that they're realizing that you are the problem. For some of you, this person is now trying to figure out how can they build a way to come back towards you. I don't know if you would be open to this person or not. Because for some of you, there's something new. It feels like the new thing that's in your life has more to do, though, with your abundance. Some of you could have broken away from this situation, started to heal, and you're really, really focusing on your security and your stability. But let's be very honest. When you start focusing on yourself, your security and stability, the people that you are going to attract are going to be equally yoked. This person won't even have a chance with you, because the right kind of person is going to find you. The right kind of person on your level is going to find you and treat you the way that they should have treated you. And perhaps that has already happened, or it will happen. And you will be celebrated. For some of you, you're going through this now. For some of you, this is a past situation. You're closing the final chapters of this book. Yeah, but this person was really nasty. The energy that I just channeled, this person was just nasty. Very moody, lots of mood swings. This person could have addictions, or they're just very toxic and codependent. And this could, like I said, they could have been in a very codependent relationship, like with their parents or something like that, or an ex-partner. It just seems like this is someone that trauma and abuse is just, it has just been so normalized that they don't really know how to love. I feel sorry for people like that, because they're desperate to have love, but they really don't know how to give it or receive it. But that's no excuse for you to go out and just mistreat a really sweet person. It's especially someone that God literally has sent to help you, to heal you. That's terrible. But I mean, it happens. But still, it's like, no. You just have to know in these situations when enough is enough, and you'll know, how much you can take. But I feel sometimes it becomes very clear when something is very karmic and negative, because when that person is around, you're drowning and you have anxiety. When they're not around, you have a lot of peace. Your peace, your prosperity, and the favor of your life, it returns, because this person, because they have so many holes in the soul, they're just bleeding out. And because they're bleeding out, they're always looking for a partner to constantly replenish them. So then they deplete you, because they're just empty on the inside. And like I said, it could be because they're narcissistic, or it could be because they are just extremely wounded. But I mean, whether a person is treating you bad because they're conscious of it or unconscious of it, at the end of the day, you still don't want to be treated bad, right? So, there's still a problem, okay? I don't care how you want to shape it. It's still a problem, okay? You need to get some therapy and some help, but you can't just go out here and spiritually bully people because you haven't figured yourself out. That's not okay. Some of you, this person has addictions, and I don't know if when you met this person they were hiding addictions and it was hidden, because those cards came out that said rushing and too soon. You may have gotten involved with this person too soon and not known that they were like hiding some kind of addictions, or just very low vibrational energy, or they had a really, really toxic connection, like with their loved ones, their family, or like a very toxic connection with the ex or something. And this may have been a lesson for you, or it was a lesson to be more mindful about vetting your partners. You can't just choose to be with everybody, because people wear masks, and a lot of people can wear a mask for a very long time. In fact, people marry people with a mask on, and then you just wake up in the middle of the night and you're in the bed with a demon, and you're like, oh, they've been there the whole time. Something has just shifted and allowed you to see it now. So yeah, this is, I don't know. Some of you, it's an opportunity to help this part. And it depends, I feel, on the relationship. Some of you, this is a family member. And people don't want to give up on their friends and family. But if this is a partnership, when it comes down to you sharing your sacred energy with this person, I would be very, very careful. Because this is a kind of soul tie that will destroy your entire life. So I'm going to leave it there, though, you guys. This person drained me. If you're in need of personal reading, my information is below. Remember to always go within so that you never go without. And please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Protect yourself from narcissistic abusers, okay?